Jacqueline, and I'm a marketing assistant here at the Career Center. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you could just give us a little introduction of yourself and the company you're with.
Yeah, my name's Neil Puri. I'm in our Strategic Business Development Department at Keyence, Canada. We're headquartered here in Mississauga.
Right, thank you. I'm sure you've interacted with many students here today at the fair. So people always recommend being personable when networking with people at fairs like this. And I just want to know, what's your advice for students to be their most authentic self when they come to networking events?
Yeah, so I think sometimes these events can be like a little nerve-wracking or you get a little bit nervous. Everybody's in the same position, so try to relax. And then when you're engaging with conversations with people, I think be curious and really try to learn about their business and how it might fit with what you're looking for.
Yeah. And when you are talking to students, what is something that makes you think I would refer this student for a role?
Yeah. So I think when we're talking to students at these events, the sort of questions they ask, if they're not prepared and like they're genuine questions coming from maybe some new information they've gathered in the conversation to show that they're kind of thinking things through, that's like shows engagement. And those are the sorts of people that we're typically looking for at these events, and we'd be happy to refer.
Okay, thank you. And when you are interviewing students or people that are potentially going to be having a job within your company, what are some red flags or green flags that you notice within the first couple of minutes?
Yeah, I think some of the green flags are like good body language, good communication skills. Those really go a long way to show you're open and ready to communicate. So that's quite important. And then maybe also engaging in a deep conversation and like active listening. So it's like a two-way conversation.
And any red flags at all that you notice?
I'd say like no major red flags, like the typical red flags of like someone you don't want to talk to or something like that. But I think those are just like normal things that you see in your day-to-day life. Yeah.
All right. So we want to hear your take on networking versus cold applying. What do you think is better, and does it matter?
Yeah. Actually, I don't think it matters so much which path you take. I think maybe networking, you might have a higher chance of success. If you're doing like some cold applications, just putting like a detailed cover letter that you researched it, that's okay as well too. So I think like both approaches can be effective.
And for our last question, for your own career pathway, what were things that you found that you like or didn't like, and that helped you sort of create your pathway towards your career? And any advice that you have for first or second year students who are going through that right now?
Yeah, I think this is a really, really important question to think about. Getting some work experience, even if it's not aligned to your field, is like critically important. So like just start with doing something. Then you'll start to learn like what you like and maybe what you don't like as much. And you can kind of point yourself in some direction. So finding your career direction is important, get work experiences. And then for my own case, what I did when I was in my last year, the Career Center at McMaster, they had different personality tests that you could do to figure out maybe like what career might line up with you. That totally helped me like solidify my gut feeling of where I wanted to go. Those tests kind of actually matched to what I was thinking. So it was like helpful to use those other resources.
Do those tests, like, they kind of give you suggestions of where to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So it's like a personality test,
Okay.
and it gives you like some different career paths that might match.
Oh, I see.
So like that was like helpful to do that. Talking to friends and relatives that like know me to figure out like where might line up. Getting all those inputs is really helpful.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Those are all of
Yeah.
our questions for today, and hope you have a great time at the rest of the fair.
Yeah, thank you so much.